In the middle we have Patterson, and then it's Kachunga, and we're underway. Preston kicking us off. I'll go through their team for you in a second as it's worked out towards the left flank. Wednesday should clear away here with Tom Lees. Just puts it in the air, and Patterson just gets something to it and just heads it on, but it goes through towards Davis, one of the central defenders for Preston North End. So their team is Everson in goal. He was formerly on loan at Rotherham United. He's come from Leicester because of an injury to their regular number one, Declan Rudd. Then they've got Brown, Huntington, Davis and Hughes. A midfield of Ledson, Whiteman, the ex-Donny Rovers man. They also have Potts, Malumbi and Sinclair. And then up front it is Reese. That is the team news for Preston as Wednesday get a throw in here over on the left-hand side in the north stand. We'll get John's thoughts in a moment on this game as Wednesday look for a fourth home game with a bit of a success story behind it. It hasn't been so good for us on the road. Obviously, defeat for Wednesday against Coventry in midweek as we wait for this long throw to come in. And it's a decent long throw there from Patterson, as you expect. And it comes back, and Wednesday head it back through. It was Adam Reach, and then it comes to the edge of the area. And trying a spectacular attempt there, Barry Bannon can't keep it down in the end, but Wednesday fashioning an opening inside the first minute or so. Penny's standing just back from the area. We did see him have a decent hit in the first half against Coventry.
Yeah, just wonder whether that's on again. I mean, Liam Palmer's gone. Is he going to make a block? No, it's gone near post.
It has, and it's headed away. And as far as Adam Reach, who tries to turn it back in towards the area. Here's Penny now, just heading it down in towards Reach. Reach puts it in the air. Can Wednesday win this? It's Regidi jumping, misses out. It comes to Hutchinson.
Oh,
get the shot now. Patterson hits it, and he does well, making the space, but he can't hit the target. But that was some nice movement from Sheffield Wednesday, and lucky Patterson at the end of it.
Well, I think his feet, he's done really well to create that little space for himself there, Patterson. I'm going to be disappointed he's not in the target. Very hard to tell from where we were sat how close it was. But, nice little move, good ball into Patterson, and he's shown quick feet.
Eventually it's kicked long up towards Patterson. Patterson does win the header.
Go on, Liam.
Found Palmer now, bringing it under control.
Go on, Liam, drive.
He needs some help. He plays it down the line for Kachunga. Kachunga, again, wriggling one way. He's done really well, hasn't he?
He's looking lively, isn't he?
Goes back now for
well played, Barry
Bannon. Stepping away. Bannon screws it back in towards Kachunga, tries to screw it into the middle, and then on the stretch was Patterson.
Still in play.
He has kept it in play, but he was going for goal. It goes towards Penny, and there's Bannon again, this time left-hand side with it. Barry Bannon in for Penny. Penny, I'll have to go back for Barry Bannon. He didn't have another option to go to.
Go on, and again,
now goes for Pelopessi. And Tom Lees is working his way forward on the right-hand side. In for Pelopessi. Oh, he just tries to move it through, looking for Kachunga. The pass didn't quite have the pace. It's pushed backwards. Malumbi. Again on the halfway line, they'll go long. Trying to put it into the space, looking for Reese, who'd made a run forward. Wednesday have tied it up, but it's still in play. Palmer's just giving it back to Potts. And now Hughes maybe with a crossing opportunity. He waits for support and plays it back towards the edge of the area. Now Whiteman goes for goal. And the former Blade tests Kieran Westwood, probably not in the way that he would want because he can't hang on to it. Failed to hold on to it, and it's crossed back into the middle. The header from Barry Bannon. Probably not as tricky as the shot looked, really. Just a bounce off the turf that slightly deceived Kieran Westwood. Hughes back inside for Davis, and Davis moves it in towards Sinclair. Sinclair coming looking for the ball. He's tried to play it out wide. That's a decent ball and a run, as you say, from Reese, who's going to keep it in play and cut it back towards Sinclair. The strike comes in, it was blocked. Was it Regidi? Maybe Hutchinson. The pair of them were there. Yeah. It was on target. Nicely worked there from Preston. And it's Huntington who's worked it short for Davis.
That's a real
well won there from.
Come on!
Determined play from Adam Reach and Kachunga. Patterson screws it back in the middle, headed down and away by Preston. That's what happens sometimes when you do a bit of bullying, when they're trying to pass it short and amongst themselves defensively. Just put a bit of pressure on and use the high press. So Wednesday lining up one of those long throws from Patterson. He started the half with one of those.
Yeah. Nice and flat as well. It was a really good throw. That one's probably a little bit loopier.
Goes in there, and
Good
it's flicked
touch.
on by Tom Lees towards Kachunga.
Yes!
And they slot it away. The Owls take the lead through Liam Palmer, of all people. Well, just before half-time, Sheffield Wednesday have got their noses in front. They've been, I suppose, a little bit up against it at times in this first half. But that long throw from Patterson caused the problems, and eventually Liam Palmer had the finish. Wednesday 1, Preston 0.
Yeah, was it Tom Lees at the near post just got a touch? And then I think Kachunga has nodded it back. And a simple finish for Liam Palmer. Can't remember when his last goal was, but that's most welcome.
Ready to blow the whistle.
Here we go.
To commence the second half as Barry Bannon will launch this one forward. Out towards the flank,
touch,
and it's
nice
ended
touch.
up with Liam Palmer. Palmer cuts it back towards the edge of the area, Reach leaves it, and Penny, it comes onto him a little bit quick. But I think there must have been a call there. It seemed like Reach ducked out of the way to allow Penny to have a bit of a sighter, but it was just a bit sharp into his body and he couldn't really dig it out.
No, he didn't get the bounce, so he could just like walk onto it and volley it. It bounced up a little bit too high for him, so he couldn't control his shot.
Signed a new contract for them yesterday. Sinclair just tried to work it through. They've just lost it of Wednesday. It's gone back towards Whiteman. Whiteman moves it over in towards Ledson.
I think he's coming off in a second, Ledson.
Ledson just goes down the line. They just try and work it, but Tom Lees is just going to hook it towards the halfway line. Wednesday can't find Patterson with it. Patterson's working hard to get back defensively, but he runs back inside for Potts. Potts will take aim. Save by a big glove there from Kieran Westwood. He's going in the bottom corner, but he claws it away for a corner.
Well, difficult to tell from where we are whether that was on target. Maybe it might have just been going wide, but I don't think Kieran Westwood was to know, so did the safe thing.
Right hand side, it's with Sinclair. Sinclair looking to take on Urigidi. Urigidi sticks with him. It's played back now in towards Brown. Brown goes inside and gets it on the return. Still the skipper for Preston, trying to fool Matt Penny. He lost his balance, but he's got back towards him, but they play it on now, and it's a chance perhaps to lay it off. They've laid it in towards Potts.
Good defending,
cleared away the low
Lees.
cross. Tom Lees gets it only so far though, because they've got a chance again. It's come back for Potts. Potts combining with Ledson. Ledson has hold of it here. Puts it in towards the edge of the area. In towards Brown. Brown turns. He'll have to play it out wide. There's nowhere really on for him. And he gives it back for Ledson. Ledson moves it inside for Potts, and they're trying to get through with Malumbi. Malumbi's losing his balance, just about gets on it and tries to cut it back, and they put it over the top. I think it's Whiteman, is it, arriving late. Couldn't keep it down. He was challenged, and he might have got a kick for his trouble, but it was off target. I think it was Patterson who lunged in there to try and put him off his stride.
Escape for us, that one. Good build-up play from Preston, a great pullback.
So Kieran Westwood bounces it on the ground.
And
kicks
it
it
out of
long.
his hands.
Looking
that's
for,
great
Patterson
take from
brought it down,
Patterson.
yeah. And it might just come out towards the right-hand side, and Wednesday here with Liam
Can we
Palmer.
get people in the box?
Palmer
Can we get across
plays
him?
it back for Joey Pelopessi. Now Bannon. Bannon might take aim. He's played it through
Great
instead,
ball.
though. It's now with Liam Palmer. Palmer goes for goal. He flashes it. I'm sure it was an attempt at goal. He put loads of force behind it. It could have been a cross. But I suppose that's the confidence of getting one goal that you haven't scored for an awful long time.
I mean, that would have been a miracle goal to have fired it in. It was about a yard off the touchline completely. But, you know, it was a good ball. He's fired it across. He just needed somebody to gamble on it.
Yeah, sometimes when you put that much pace on it, you know, one of the defenders can end up putting it in his own net. Kachunga is off then. Windass is on. You're right, I'm wrong.
Didn't he? I thought he was a little bit isolated, and you know, but with Patterson up there, maybe that is a partnership. Maybe.
Ball just goes through, and that was Windass playing it inside. Wednesday with Penny towards Barry Bannon. Comes onto his favoured left foot and goes.
Oh, that is
the
a
goalkeeper tips it over the
save.
top. It was a great save. Bannon had one idea in his head, and that was to do it himself, and he nearly got it right, but for the goalkeeper intervening and putting it out for a corner.
Well, superb shot and an even better save from Everson.
Into midfield, because that's his other role, more familiar role perhaps. Crossed over from the left-hand side by Preston. Wednesday must clear it, and it's Penny to the rescue, getting it away, looking for Patterson.
So he's on his own. We've got to get round him and help him out a little bit.
It's gone long, looking
Well
for
done.
Barkhusen, only got it as far as Brown. Brown invited to come onto the ball and cross it over. The header goes over the top. I think it was Sinclair. Couldn't direct it on target. Another good cross though.
Good cross. Deserved better. Was it Brown that stuck the cross in? That, free header. Didn't seem to be above him. All he needed to do was guide it onto the target, and Kieran Westwood would have been in no man's land. They're going to bring 3 subs on in.
Yeah, they are.
Fact. Down the channel.
Kicks it away. Looking for Jordan Rhodes. Rhodes competes for it.
There it is.
And there
Well
goes the
done.
full-time whistle, and Sheffield Wednesday have their 4th straight home victory. A vital 3 points in the Owls' quest to pull away from the bottom 3, and it's an unlikely goal scorer, Liam Palmer, on target just before half-time. Preston, you'd expect them to put some pressure on in the second half. They put some, but Wednesday dealt with everything really that they took their way.
Yeah, they had a couple of chances. I mean, the header from the cross from the right-hand side, and then there was one that was pulled back that got
Whiteman's over the top.
Put over the bar. They were probably the 2 scares of the second half, but all in all, a solid performance in that second half from Wednesday. Fought hard, fought well to the end, and a massive 3 points. We were desperate for that today.